The No Fade channel, checking in. Today I'm going to be acoustically treating my home office. I am dedicated to helping you dads, and today I'm going to take you through how I plan to acoustically treat my home office and why you might want to consider it for your home office as well. Obviously, I shoot a lot of YouTube videos in this home office, and the biggest thing with YouTube videos is you want to have good sound quality. That is the number one reason people probably click away from videos in general, is the sound quality is bad, whether it's wind noise, whether it's just tinny, whether it's muffled, whatever it may be. If your sound quality isn't good, people aren't going to watch your videos regardless of the content. But on top of that, because I know a lot of you don't make your own YouTube videos in your home office, I do a ton of work in this home office. So not only do I work in this office 8 to 12 hours a day, I'm doing video editing, I'm listening to music, I'm taking conference calls, and I watch the occasional video as well, whether it's a YouTube video or a DVD behind me on this computer. So having my office acoustically treated is going to improve all of those. Everyone's home office configuration is different. I know for mine, I've got a small home office with nearly bare walls, so the audio echo is very, very bad, whether I am, speaking into the microphone or simply on a conference call. Hell, even playing my speakers behind me is pretty brutal. Also, the background noise, whether it's from my computers or if it's just from road noise, can be substantial throughout the day. And it's extremely unprofessional when you're on a conference call to have that bad audio. Obviously, right now I'm using a lapel mic in this office, so the audio should be much more improved than if I was just using, say, my iPhone. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to switch over my audio to my iPhone, which I've got recording as well, so you can see the audio difference. So right now we're on my lapel microphone, and now we are pulling out the audio unedited, completely uncleaned up on the iPhone audio. So you should notice a pretty significant difference, even though my iPhone is just out of camera shot, so it's very, very close, and there's no other noise going on in the background. There's no other computers going on in the background. Obviously, when you've got background noise from the road or your computers, it's going to make that noise even worse. I plan to acoustically treat much of the bare walls of this home office with acoustic foam. If you go online looking for acoustic foam, you're going to find so many different versions, companies, iterations, styles. And what I did is I went with AeroZoom because I thought they really hit the middle of the road for price versus quality. For $40, I was able to get 24 pieces total, 12 red, 12 black. And these are 10 by 10 inch square foam pieces, and they are 2 inches thick. Keep in mind the thickness does play a factor in how well these are going to reduce echo and reduce noise. And I thought, again, that was a good price. I had ended up going on Amazon.com for better pricing. I bought it, even though it was bought directly from AeroZoom, they had better pricing on Amazon than they did have on their own website. Obviously, these deals, these coupon codes change over time, so definitely do your own research. There were certainly much cheaper versions than that, but based on the reviews, they were pretty thin, flimsy, and just didn't really cut it. And I know if I went through the trouble of putting the stuff up on my walls, that I was going to want to put up at least middle to good quality product. Now, could I have gotten better product? Yes, there are a number of better companies out there, and they are much, much more expensive, and you could actually get much more aesthetically pleasing quality components out there as well. Some companies actually sell murals that look like just a generic mural you would see in a home office or an office in general, but that mural is designed to actually cut down on noise. Obviously, these panels are not going to look nearly as good or work nearly as good as acoustic murals specifically designed to cut down on noise. However, they're going to be a fraction of the price, and hopefully after I finish putting them up, they won't be nearly as ugly as they look just standing here on my desk. Another option that I had looked into but eventually shied away from is actually to make your own acoustic panels. Believe it or not, you can make your own. If you go on YouTube, there are a ton of great videos detailing the process, the steps, how to go about it. The reason I shied away from it was because the cost to actually buy the wood frame for those paneling was going to be over $40 by the time I was done with it, not to mention my time investment. And I'm not nearly as handy as some of the people that I saw on YouTube putting them together. So Just for the record, let's go over the audio again. So this is the lapel mic that I'm speaking with. And now this is the iPhone. I am speaking about 3 feet away from my iPhone, and this is just the audio directly from my iPhone without any microphones whatsoever and no audio editing. So let's get to it. Let's put up some of these panels and see if and how much my audio is improved. As you can see, the Arrow Zoom acoustic foam panels are finally up behind me. What you can't see is that I put a few panels in front of me and a few to the wall to my right. So let's just do an audio check. I won't know how this comes out until I actually edit this video, but let's just do it anyway. Right now we're using the lapel microphone in front of me, and I will try to compare the before and after lapel microphone from prior to putting up these acoustic panels. So just for the record, let's go over the audio again. So this is the lapel mic that I'm speaking with. So hopefully there was an improvement with the lapel microphone. Obviously, many of you who have a home office don't actually have a lapel microphone, period. You're just using your iPhone. So before I put up these acoustic panels, I did take before audio on my iPhone. And now this is the iPhone. I am speaking about 3 feet away from my iPhone, and this is just the audio directly from my iPhone without any microphones whatsoever and no audio editing. And we're going to do another check now. I have my iPhone placed approximately 4 feet away, and I'm just going to speak right to it. And hopefully you'll notice a big improvement on the iPhone audio from before to after the acoustic panels went up. So would I recommend Arrow Zoom to you if you have a home office and whether you're doing video conferencing, whether you're just taking phone calls, or if you're like me and actually using it to create some types of videos? The answer is probably not. So I went with Arrow Zoom because they were the best quality for the cheapest price, and I was slightly disappointed in a few ways. First and foremost, they ship out of China, which isn't a big deal, but obviously getting your products 2 to 3 weeks later, mine took 3 weeks, is a little bit disconcerting. Obviously, when you order something online, you almost want it there the next day, and while that isn't realistic, 3 weeks was a long time for me to wait. The second issue with the Arrow Zoom acoustic panels is that they're supposed to be 9.8 inches square, and they're supposed to be 1.9 inches high. And the reality is that no two are alike because of the way they're cut or how they're produced. They're all just a little bit off in one shape or another. So when you go to put them on your wall in a nice even pattern to have some type of, sense of fashion and form on your wall, they're all going to be slightly off. I don't know if the GoPro is actually going to be picking this up, but from far away, it looks like I've got a pretty decent pattern behind me. But the reality is, if you get up close, if you actually sit in my seat, you're going to notice that it's not quite aligned. And in fact, the overall pattern is slightly crooked because no two panels are alike. The third issue I had, and this also has to do with aesthetics, very much like the second issue, is that the colors are not nearly as bright as the website is going to portray. When you go on the website and you see some of the finished products that they claim to be real-life situations, you think that the colors are just so bright, that the blacks are black and the reds are bright, and you're going to make some amazing colorful patterns on your wall. The reality is, when you get them home and you actually see them in person, that the colors are very bland. Again, maybe I should have expected it because it is acoustic foam after all, but I had higher expectations. And I don't know if the GoPro's picking it up, but the reds is very almost washed out, very not impressive, and the blacks aren't even that dark to begin with. So I expect these colors to even get worse as sunlight hits them and drains the color from them over time. Overall, I did think the cost was very good. I spent a total of $40. I'll put that up here in the acoustic foam panels, and another $7 for self-adhesive sticking to go behind these panels. So would I recommend Arrow Zoom to you? And the answer is probably not. The only reason I would recommend it to you is for two reasons. One, you are on a super tight budget. I do know AeroZoom does run some really good promos depending on the time of the year and if you catch them just right. And two, if you are renting, so that whatever you put on the wall has to come down quickly, easily, without any issues, because you don't know how long you're going to be there. And of course, you want to get your deposit back. Those are really the only two reasons. Otherwise, I would tell you to just simply either invest in more money and get a better product, something that's more aesthetic, something that has a higher quality, a better color pattern, and put that up on your walls, or invest the same amount of money you were going to invest in AeroZoom and just put that towards a better quality product. Of course, you're going to get less of it, but if you place it accordingly, you can still get a pretty good bang for that buck in terms of noise reduction and sound treating your home office. I would certainly love your feedback. So if this video has helped you at all, even in the slightest, make your decision with regards to how you are going to acoustically treat your home office or studio, drop it in the comments below. Now, if you've come this far in the video, you know what to do. Give it a like, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and as usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back. I am dedicated to helping you dads be great parents to your children and still accomplish your own personal goals. I post tips and tricks to save you dads time, energy, and money. 3 things that are in short supply for every dad out there.